Hello everybody, welcome back to Call of Cthulhu, and we are in the bookstore. So we've just come to investigate. It looks like this place has been broken into, as we saw in the cutscene just before. Now the reason why we're here, we got the dagger from the museum, the one that allowed us to kill that shambler or send it back to wherever it came from. And that cat lady said, oh yeah, that ancient artifact guy, he deals with these sorts of things. He runs the bookstore. Go check that out. So that's why we're here. We didn't have to find out where this place was. We just knew it. But when we showed up, obviously this place looked like it's broken into, and he's nowhere to be seen. So there's a few things we think. Are we about to get set up? Like, are we going to go here? We're going to find him dead or something? And a cat's tipped the police off, and they're going to show up. I have no idea. So let's investigate, see what we can find. Now, one of my friends was saying that they reckoned that this bookstore owner is going to be that character we saw in the tavern, writing down all of those notes on that book, and he wouldn't talk to us. And I think she's bang on. So let's.
An old diary.
The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head. Oh dear. Pastor's losing his cool. Hello? Anybody here? That's ancient man, isn't it? Potentially. No idea. The goblet fire. He's got more of these spoopy lights. Let's inspect this chess game. Crikey, it's got itself into a bit of a state. I mean, there's the white king is missing. It's a problem. What we've got here? Dark water history. Yes, so we know about this ancient. See here, the Skiller returns to port with a gigantic creature. So that's that ship we know. This is what we think that animal fat might come from, potentially. Not sure. That green stuff, you know. There's a lot of human anatomy pictures going on in here for a bookstore. Also, I've been told I'm a bit of a blind bat when it comes to spot hiddens, so if you see any that I missed, don't forget to tell me. And also, don't be afraid to put some of your theories into the comments. Obviously, no spoilers, please. But yeah, it's been fun talking about what might happen with some of my friends. The rare documents. Getting our library use going. Mythology. Let's see if there's any good books in the mythology section. No. Medicine tome. Ooh, that is a good point. Let's see if we can put any points into stuff. 3 available. I'm going to use them to become an expert in psychology. Let's see your sanity also. We must have got something for seeing that bloody thing, yeah. Shaken. The ordeals have you gone through have left their mark. Yeah, I mean, I was saying as well, I really don't know how much is real anymore. Like, is our character just, you know, disturbed? Are these things actually happening and like everybody else is missing out? Or are we... would you read the book? Hell yeah, read the book.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
What about that unholy knowledge? This collection catalogues and classifies creatures that I have never heard of. Divinities? From the stars. Creatures capable of travelling from one dimension to another. It presents itself as a reference book on the bestiary of myths. It's like Fantastic Beasts and where to find them, but like hard mode. Its pages are covered with crazy seals. Well, that looks like the Shambler, right? What about that? Progression. Oh crikey! I mean, how are you supposed to get those up there? You have to stand on this thing without getting your head cut off by that. Yeah, that sounds like hard work. Anything behind this counter, maybe? Just check I'm not going to get jumped. Crikey. Yeah, spot the copy pasta's assets.
What happened here?
Let's find out. Sherlock Holmes mode. Engage.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
Well, doy.
Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you use or a rush job, right? Like, why wouldn't you come prepared with a tool of some kind? Like, why would you punch it through unless you're in like a serious rush? Seems strange to me. What's this highlighted here?
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Stealing something? This guy looks like he's injured more than stealing, but could be wrong.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Clumsy? Injured? Potentially? You know, I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt. They're not usually just clumsy. They're usually injured. Potential. Maybe not even human. Maybe. Yeah, painting seems to be something. A dead rat. Ooh, lots of dead creatures. Ooh. The hell have we found here? Nothing good behind the back of this. Oh, Christ. Okay.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals?
A thief that hasn't left the vicinity yet?
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Oh, crikey. That's an elder sign, right? Uh-oh.
What the... Charles Hawkins?
How does he know this? What?
What's happening to Hawkins?
So elder sign is to protect things. That guy had...
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
He had all sorts of elder signs in his room to protect himself, and obviously they're putting elder sign on this safe to protect whatever's inside. Whoa! Easy.
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
I don't know how he knew this. Yeah, like the sort of Sherlock Holmes mode has made a lot of sense up to now, I think. Like, how, looking at this scene, does he know that Sarah Hawkins was here? Is there something I'm not missing? You know, maybe I am. Maybe I'm, you know. Anyway. Okay, so 3-numbered combination. I'm not going to brute force that.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Seems like a dubious option. A page that seems to be hidden here is possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to the most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the light of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of the Miskatonic University. Professor Armitage, he rings a bell. I swear he's in one of the tabletop adventures I've ran. Professor Armitage, yeah. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you'll be able to appreciate the danger this represents, that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. Okay. And demonstrate security sharpest mind can hope to gain access to my most prized it lies within my safe. The clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Okay. Anatomy. There's a lot of books on anatomy, isn't there?
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Seems that bears the elder sign is the only one who gives them. That's another adventure for another day. Okay. Is there anything under the rug, maybe? Is that an option? Oh, hang on about. What's that?
A strange amulet. I have a feeling I better not touch it.
It's almost like my strange little amulet look. Not quite though. I have a feeling that I better not touch it. The Hound. It's a bit creepy, isn't it? Oh wow, there's lots of books.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Azathoth and Other Horrors. Wow, okay. Nice. This volume. If anybody's played any Cthulhu games, they'll know all about Azathoth. This volume is part of the Arkham anthology.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
I see Greek numbers. I see a 4. Now, how many books have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that right? Am I counting right? Good lord. Don't do maths on screen, people. Yeah. So, that's interesting. I'm just going to have a quick potter around just to see if there's any more books that have suddenly become of interest. Must admit that's made it rather, if that is the numbers we're looking for, that makes it pretty quick, pretty easy. As far as puzzles go. Oh, what have we got here? Cylinders.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Okay. How do I access said cylinders? Oops. Chapter 7. Are the cylinders here? Maybe? Inventory. It's Drake's memoirs. Cylinder number 1. Oh look, it's a picture of Lovecraft. I think I have the... I do have the book somewhere. I have the book somewhere. I have no idea where it is right now. I've got that picture. Okay, so I need to find one of the phonographs, is it? Just just not old enough to know these things. Let's try this.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay. Something to do with the goblet. And he mentioned...
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed.
So there's the red stones in the chalice.
The guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay, just while that's like fresh in my mind.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
So there is obviously these are the red drops that he was talking about, set in gold. This goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made up of gold, decorated with real precious stones. The rubies make up a special motif. That I'm not sure of, but potentially it's counts. Potentially we need to count them. The red stones.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Let's start. Let's try that anyway. Let's start there. So it's a crack. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 5. So let's see if 5 fits. Just you know, we're balling. We're just doing what we like. Change lock, rotate. So let's set that to 5, and let's go listen to number 2. See if we can figure this out. Drake cylinder number 2.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods.
Chessboard?
Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Okay, so I want to say it's the white pieces on the chessboard, but I don't know if I count the queen or not. Let's just try one more time.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my
The Queen has
apprehension
little
grows.
protection.
We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So I want to say 3, but it could be 4 if they are counting the queen. Obviously, this game of chess is over, boys. The king's gone. He's what matters. But okay, we'll put in 3, and then we will potentially change it to 4 if they are counting the queen. I'm not sure. Let's see what the final clue is. So far, not a lot of genius required, but hey.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Right, well, I mean, crikey. Was that just pure jammy luck that I happened to look at that one and went, oh, look, it's got...
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Number 9. Azathoth and Other Horrors. That's 9. So let's try that. I think 9 is on the combination, isn't it? Quick maths. Oh, I'll hide, get out of your way. Sorry. Open this protected volume. What could go wrong? Whoa, 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 whoa. Sauron. What the fuck? What just happened? Discovered, a book covered in human skin lied inside. Oh, did we just pick up the Necronomicon? Dude, never read the wrong Necronomicon. Has Evil Dead taught you nothing? Maybe his mind was projected into another body. What the fuck? Whoa, wrong book. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna astral project our mind into other people's bodies. That sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. We've got some serious loading times. So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on. We've got in fact, before I start just talking about that stuff, that wasn't exactly the most genius required to solve these puzzles. I was thinking it might be a little bit harder than that, but yeah, I guess. Anyway, Chapter 8, the Riverside Institute. You can't see that because my face is there, but deal.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Okay.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
Okay, so I think we are being projected into the mind of Marie Colden. I think she was the lady who woke us up with Bradley. And obviously she doesn't like Dr. Fuller. And this is potentially back in time, I want to say. Potentially when Fuller was starting to take patients away from the hospital, maybe. That's what I'm thinking right now, but we'll see. Tell me about his symptoms.
His temperature has been going down. His skin losing its color. His body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
Dear.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will.
I'm a professional.
I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
One of the sailors, maybe?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you
Bitch.
have other questions?
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him.
My medical skill better be on top form.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
Awkward.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
He's growing tentacles.
30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his
Doesn't change
symptoms
the
are
facts.
beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
He has something in his belly. He's severely dehydrated. The man could
I
die.
see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier,
He seemed to feel better?
yes, like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Oh, crazy. Something somebody mentioned to me a long time ago, actually, was the constant use of water in this, and how it's always coming back to that. And yeah, there's another really good example of it. The state of his limbs is worrying. There's something in his belly.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your
Get
finger
good.
won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there.
Oh my
We should
God.
operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
Oh dear.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings
He's turned
growing
into
at
an
his
octopus.
fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an
It's
explanation.
gonna look like that soon.
You have to.
His body is mutating.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
Not saying it's aliens, right?
No,
But aliens.
this poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
Uh-oh, here comes
I
Hugo
pray
Strange.
that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I mean, only a few.
His limbs? His body temperature? I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this is going too far.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Could it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man has the attributes of some kind of animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I
No.
will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie.
Could be.
But I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the
Nope.
meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
I don't like that
Is
guy.
that a threat?
Yeah,
What
what
did
the
he
hell?
mean?
Good point.
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Well, maybe. Hidden files are proof. Probably. They're probably proof. Yeah.
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office. What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
I'll keep mum. Alright, so we're playing Marie Colden. Doctor Extraordinaire.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Okay, interesting. So we've gone from the detective and astral planed our way over here to be Colden in the hospital. So I think I'm going to call the episode there. I mean, yeah, we got through the book. We didn't really find that much out. We saw the Necronomicon or whatever, the book that teleported us into this brain. I don't know if this is present day. I don't know if this is the past. We're not sure yet. But we'll find out in the next episode. So, yeah, join me then. See you guys.